In a peaceful village, there lived a boy named Ryan. He was intelligent, hardworking, and had big dreams. But he had one major problem. His mind was never stable. Whether studying, working, or talking to someone, his thoughts would drift into daydreams, overthinking, and useless worries. His parents and teachers told him to focus, but he couldn't control his wandering mind. During exams, he faced his worst moment. His mind went blank. Despite studying, he couldn't concentrate. He spent more time lost in thoughts than answering questions. When the results came, Ryan had failed 2 subjects. His teachers were disappointed, his friends felt bad, and his parents were deeply worried. That night, Ryan sat alone, feeling helpless. He knew he had potential, but his thoughts controlled him instead of him controlling them. That evening, his grandfather, a wise man, saw him and asked, "What's wrong, Ryan?" With tears in his eyes, Ryan replied, "No matter how hard I try, my mind keeps running in different directions." His grandfather smiled and said, "Come with me." He took Ryan to the backyard where there was an empty pot. He handed Ryan a cup of dirty water and said, "Pour this in." Ryan did. Then his grandfather gave him a jug of clean water and said, "Now, pour this in until the dirt is gone." Ryan kept pouring clean water until the pot was filled with fresh, clear water. His grandfather said, "Your mind is like this pot. If you fill it with wasteful thoughts, it becomes polluted. But if you pour in meaningful thoughts, the wasteful ones will be washed away." Ryan asked, "But how do I replace my wasteful thoughts with good ones?" His grandfather smiled. "Let me tell you a story. Long ago in a kingdom, there was a young warrior named Leo. He was strong and talented, but doubted himself too much. Before every battle, he thought, "What if I lose? What if my opponent is stronger?" Because of these doubts, he hesitated, lost battles, and his confidence faded. One day, an old monk saw Leo sitting alone and asked, "What troubles you?" Leo said, "My thoughts make me weak before the battle even begins." The monk smiled and handed him a cup half filled with water. Then he gave Leo a handful of salt and said, "Drop this in and drink." Leo did, but spat the water out. It was too salty. The monk then took him to a lake and told him to drop the same amount of salt into it. Then he asked Leo to take a sip. This time the water tasted fresh. The monk said, "The salt was the same, but the difference was in the size of the container. If your mind is small, even a little negativity will ruin it. But if you make your mind vast like a lake, no negativity will affect you." Leo understood. He stopped focusing on doubts, trained with discipline, and became a great warrior. Ryan was deep in thought. He realized, I keep my mind small, so wasteful thoughts take over. If I fill it with focus, discipline, and positive thoughts, the wasteful ones will disappear. His grandfather nodded. Exactly. The mind is powerful. If you don't control it, it will control you. But if you train it, it becomes your greatest strength. That night, Ryan made a decision. He would no longer let wasteful thoughts control him. He followed a strict routine, practiced mindfulness, avoided distractions, and stayed engaged in productive tasks. Whenever a wasteful thought entered his mind, he replaced it with a useful one. Slowly, his focus improved. His studies got better, his confidence grew, and in the next exams, he scored the highest in his class. Years later, Ryan became a great scientist, inspiring others to train their minds. Whenever people asked him how he overcame wasteful thoughts, he would smile and say, "Your mind is like a pot. Fill it with good thoughts, and wasteful ones will have no space."